Alright, welcome to, of course, the very first video, of course, for Metaltober 2020. Now, before I get into, of course, the topic of, at least, of what the video is, I want to at least address, if anybody feels that if I'm starting to run out of ideas, that's fine. But still, I kind of figured that this would be at least just a more of a good way to kind of get at least this going, to get at least Metaltober 2020 at least going and so on. Just a good starting video, a good starting point. So with that, let's just get into it. This, of course, is my 10 favorite albums I really like to listen to, of course, on October. And, of course, I think at the list, at least the title of the video, at least says my 10 favorite albums I like to listen to in October. So there we go. That's probably that's what the title is, and I didn't really know that I was saying it right. Alright, so without further ado, let's just get into it again. I wouldn't say this is any particular order, but it's still, these are the 10 albums I really like to kind of listen to anyways in October. So the first one is, of course, is one of my apps. Actually, this is one of my favorite Kiss albums in general. I've said this before on this channel, but it's Creatures of the Night, from Kiss. Their 1982 album. This to me is, every time I do, when I think of October in general, just Halloween, this is definitely one of those albums I really tend to really think of, and it's one of those albums that I definitely really go for as well, especially when it comes to memories and nostalgia. It's definitely one of those perfect albums for sure. Definitely, it's just one of my favorite Kiss sounds, but again, it's a perfect album, at least for October and Halloween in general. It's a great album overall. Just a solid album. I mean, from songs like, again, the title track, Danger, I Love It Loud, Killer, and War Machine. Come on, those are perfect October kind of anthems. Great party anthems as well to kind of throw on for any sort of rock and roll Halloween kind of party to begin with. So just one of my favorite albums to pull out during this time of month. So there we go. The second one, of course, is the debut Wasp album, which is, again, this album is even more perfect. I mean, come on. I mean, from songs such as Love Machine, The Flame, B.A.D., School Days, Hellion, Tormentor, The Torture Never Stops, and of course, this is the one that's got the bonus tracks, but these are great. They are from, again, the Animal Fuck Like a Beast 12-inch single, but songs like Show No Mercy. Oh my god, perfect for again, this time of month. But again, it's just one of the main reasons why I love to pull this out during, at least to listen to, or this time of month. So, it's a great fucking album. So, the first Wasp album. Next up, of course, at number 3, or at least, again, I didn't say it particularly, but again, I'm just going along. The third one here, the Black Death album. Just great shit right here. And this whole album, anyways, I know there might be some biblical kind of stuff, some themes here on this album, but I mean, come on, when you got songs like Night of the Living Death, The Hunger, the Scream of the Iron Messiah, the track Black Death, and of course, Here Comes the Wrecking Crew, and come on. Can't get any more, at least perfect for at least October. Can't get any more better than that. So, this is a great album for me to pull out during this time of month. Just great shit. Next up is another one. It's actually, again, band whose artwork very much fits with a lot of October and Halloween theme, but really, the music really isn't really that kind of horror theme to begin with. But it's just, for some reason, this album kind of just brings memories of at least this time of month for me. And of course, there's Another Perfect Day from Motorhead. I mean, I could have picked Overkill, again, Bomber, or Iron Fist, or even Orgasmatron, or Rock and Roll, or even some of the other albums like me, Snakebite Love, but this is the one album that I really go for when I'm in the mood for any Motorhead in this time of month. Just a great fucking record also. Also an underrated Motorhead album, but it seems like it is starting to get, again, the appreciation that I really do believe it deserves. So it's starting to get that recognition, so it's a great album for sure. So Another Perfect Day for Motorhead there. I mean, when it comes to this one, next one up, again, this artist is synonymous when it comes to Halloween and October in general, but this probably won't be the album that many people will pull out. Again, it would be, again, his popular 1975 album, but This is one I've got on CD, and I've lost at least my cassette copy. I don't even have it on any other format at this point. But I've listened to them a lot of times. But this one I think should deserve just as much appreciation. And it's good for this time of month. But it's Raise Your Fist and Yell from Alice Cooper. I mean, of course, Lock Me Up. Come on. The beginning intro is, of course, used as Robert Englund. Come on, you can't get any better than that. Again, Robert Englund, of course, best known again for playing Freddy Krueger. So it gets more Halloween than that. But come on. Other tracks like here, again, like Prince of Darkness, which was also used for the film of the same name, the John Carpenter film, which Alice Cooper was also in as well. A great track that also fits this time of month too. But Time to Kill, Chop Chop Chop, Gale, and Roses on White Lace. Come on, it's definitely a great album to pull out during this time of month. So again, it's one of my absolute favorites as well to pull out, and it's also one of my favorite Alice Cooper albums. I think just like, again, like Another Perfect Day, I think it doesn't get the appreciation that I think it actually deserves. I think it's a solid album from Alice Cooper, and it was him getting back to his horror roots at this time period. So, raise your fist and yell. Alright, time for some a little more obscure, no, not as obscure as Black Death, but it's in there. This is actually one of the rare new wave or British heavy metal albums, I mean, besides maybe Venom, that I really like to pull out during this time of month. But it's Blood Sports from Avenger. I mean, come on, just from the artwork, it's just got that feel. But when you got other songs like here, like Enforcer, Warfare, Victims of Force, Death Thrace 2000, NOTJ, which actually stands for Night of the Jackal. Come on, it's perfect. So definitely one of my favorite albums to pull out during this month. This is a great new wave or British heavy metal album for sure. This is a no-brainer for me. It's so obvious, but it is one of those albums I gravitate towards whenever I'm in this kind of mood anyways for the month, especially when pulling out albums. But it's Dire Madman from Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, I spotlighted Blizzard of Oz last week because it had reached its 40th anniversary. But to me, I've said in there, and I've said it all the time, this is my favorite Ozzy Osbourne album. And again, just everything about the sound just screams this time of month. And that's why one of the many reasons why it's my favorite album to pull out during this time of month. This is a great album for sure from Ozzy, so just perfect. Alright, time to, when it comes to thrash, I mean, I could have also chose a few other ones for my personal list, but this is just a personal favorite when it comes to at least pulling out thrash metal albums this time of month for me. But that is The Force from Onslaught. I could have went with Power from Hell, but that's a good album. But I don't want to spoil any of my, at least, thoughts, because I'm actually going to make that an album of the week, at least, during October here. But The Force is just right behind there. Oh my god. And this was actually, again, was one of the first Onslaught albums I ever heard. I mean, come on, this whole album just screams this time of month. It's perfect. It's got that horror theme. Again, even the satanic theme, again, works great for October and Halloween in general. Again, that's why you pull out films like The Exorcist or Evil Dead, or especially Evil Dead 2. You know, that's why you pull out films like that. It's because it's got that feel. You want to at least watch those kind of films during that. So, when it comes to thrash metal, it's a no-brainer. So, just a great album anyways, in general, especially for me to pull out during this time of month. Some of my favorite thrash metal albums in general. So, The Force from Onslaught. This album right here also definitely brings back some memories because I actually purchased this album at least a day, I think, before Halloween. As, of course, it's the very first Metal Church album. This just right here just has that feel. I mean, I could have went with The Dark. I also could have went Blessing in Disguise, but this is the album I really go for whenever I want to listen to at least a Metal Church album in this time of month. Goddamn, but from like Beyond the Black, Merciless Onslaught, Gods of Wrath, In the Blood, my favorite Nightmare, Battalions, and of course the title track. Come on, just a perfect album anyways for this time of month too. So this is one of my favorites. So there we go, the debut album from Metal Church, and the very last one. You know what? Doesn't need any introduction. Melissa from Merciful Fate. I mean, over time, I would pick out it's either Don't Break the Oath or it's either Abigail from King Diamond. Any of those. But since me finally acquiring a copy of this, at least one of the albums again, just finally acquiring this I'm finally able to at least throw this in one of these lists. I've listened to this album over so many years, especially you're like CDR format or online. I've listened to this album a shit ton of times, but it still doesn't. I still don't get tired of it. And when it comes to this time of month, I'm gonna bust this album out like a goddamn motherfucker. I am really gonna do that, and I always do. So this is a great freaking album from start to finish. It's just perfect. Just like with Onslaught, and just like with Wasp, just like with some of those bands. It's just perfect. The themes and so on, it's perfect for this kind of month. So there you go. There is my 10 favorite albums that I like to pull out during this time of month, during at least October. So with that, definitely, if you want to comment on any of these albums, go ahead and comment. What are your favorite albums you like to pull out during October, or at least on Halloween? What are your favorite albums? I like to know, at least in the comment section below. So with that, I hope you all enjoyed this. Every Thrash Shed Sam out, and I'll see you all later. Take care, everyone.